All right, guys, what's going on? Hope you're doing good. Welcome back to the channel. Man, Sebastian Rogers. Woo, Lord. Kind of a lot going on with it on social media, and really not a whole lot, but kind of what's been on my mind. Nick Barris apparently done a live stream and pretty much came out and said that, as far as the investigation into what happened to Sebastian Rogers, there's pretty much all kinds of theories, but no evidence. And that's what I want to hit on, guys. That's what I want to hit on. Just for the sheer fact is, we got two cases in Tennessee. Got Little Summer Wells, and you got Sebastian Rogers. And it really baffles me how you've got all these agencies investigating, investigating both cases, and they just can't seem to come up with anything. Now, what baffles me is in Summer Wells, you've got the local Hawkins County Sheriff's Department investigating it. That's one agency. And then you've got the FBI. The FBI helping when needed. I mean, they did come in, like the card team came in and done their thing, I guess. And I guess they're assisting Hawkins County with whatever else they may need. So that's two agencies. And then you've got the Tennessee Bureau of Investigations, which is a third agency helping to assist in the investigation of Summer Wells. Basically Summer Wells and Sebastian Rogers, right? So you got two cases in Tennessee where you've got three agencies in each one. You've got the local agency, you've got a state and federal agency in both of them, and nothing. That's really what I want to talk about, guys. Are these agencies overblown? Are they overrated? So what's going on there? And some people may say, well, we can't solve them all. Well, you're 0 for 2 right now in one state. I know you can't solve them all, but it's like, if you're playing baseball and your first two batters struck out, if we get another one, you're sitting there going, okay, well, hopefully third time's the charm. Hopefully we don't see a third one in Tennessee. Hopefully we don't. Because the first two, with all these resources and all these, agencies that have supposedly so much resources, they still say they're basically at square one. Or as Nick Barris put it, they've got all kinds of theories, but no evidence. So that's the first thing I want to say. That's the first thing I want to talk about is why you got all these, top tier agencies, but nothing can be done. Right? You would think with the TBI and the FBI being involved, you're talking about the FBI still at square one. I don't understand it. I mean, it's not like it's 1980. I mean, it's 2024 or 2025. I don't know, guys. I don't know. So let me know your thoughts and opinions on that. The other thing that I want to talk about is, I mean, if there is no evidence in both cases, Summer Wells and Sebastian Rogers, obviously not enough to make an arrest. Have people figured out how to disappear their kids and not get in trouble for it? Have they done it? Because I kept thinking, I thought, now how would you do that and not get in trouble for it? And it's pretty easy if you think about it. All you got to be is an evil monster, a heartless parent, or just a heartless animal. Chris Watts was he was a heartless animal, evil parent, whatever you want to call it. Chris Watts took out his whole family. I mean, luckily for Chris, I mean, the dude, you know, he totally just effed up his polygraph test. And luckily they were able to convince him to say what happened, you know what I mean? But I mean, for these, like, if there's other evil parents out there that, you know, because we seen it years ago when parents were leaving their kids in a hot car and saying, oh, it was an accident, and not getting in trouble for it, because they would act so distraught that, you know, the legal system would be like, well, we can't, you know, I mean, they lost their kid, you know, they're going to have to deal with that the rest of their life, and they wouldn't really punish them, you know what I mean? No charges were pressed or whatever like that. But did they mean to do it? And I think as time went on, law enforcement started going, okay, hey, there's too many kids being left in cars unintentionally. What's going on here? And I think they started realizing that, you know, a lot of the parents that were doing it were druggies and, you know, people like Megan Boswell, people like that. And, you know, parents that were having an affair and just didn't, you know, had to get the kid out of the picture. There was a guy, I think, that was having an affair with a woman that he worked with, and something to do. I guess the kid wasn't going to work out in his new relationship, so he decided to, I guess, take the kid and, you know, to work with him and leave him in the car. And you know, around lunchtime, 98 degrees, 5 hours later, oh my God, I think I left my kid in the car. Go out there and the kid's, you know, passed away. They finally start digging into these people and found out that dude done it intentionally. And so now, you know, it's like, what do you do if you want to, like, unalive your kid for whatever reason, whether you're evil, having an affair like Chris Watts, or that guy that got, you know, charged with, you know, unaliving his little boy. You know, I mean, what do you do? Slip them something? I think that's how Chad Daybell ended up. Ain't that how Chad Daybell ended up taking his wife? I think maybe he slipped her something, and they found it in her system after they re-exhumed her body and, you know, done some hardcore laboratory work on her body. I think they realized that, I think she was poisoned or something. I don't know. Anyway, I think what we're seeing, and I hate to say this, guys, I think what we're seeing is these evil monsters have found a way to take out these children and not leave behind any evidence, and they went missing. I really do. I think that that's the case, and we're probably going to see more of it, because what's probably going to happen, and this is just my opinion, you know, these cases are going to go unsolved, and as they go unsolved, these other people that are looking at maybe doing it, going, you know, that gives them the reassurance that, hey, I can actually do this and pull it off. Police can't figure it out. I can do this. So, in my opinion, it's given the monsters, you know, more courage. They become more brazen because law enforcement can't solve it. You know, they're just kids missing. And I guess you've got to, you know, if you slip your kid something and they pass away, there's not going to be no blood. There's not going to be, you know, I mean, if you cause your kid to have cardiac arrest, but from a concoction of, you know, a whole bottle of Dramamine or whatever it is, you know, hydrocodone, whatever you decide to give them, what kind of concoction you give them. I mean, there's not really going to be any blood. I mean, you just got to get rid of the body, and apparently Megan Boswell had no problem doing it. Chris Watts had no problem doing it. And the list goes on and on, guys. It goes on and on. Leilani Simon had no problem doing it. Of course, she didn't. I think she unalived Quentin in a pretty messy way. I don't think it was, they pretty much knew what happened to Quentin inside that house. But just saying, guys, whatever's going on, I think it's making the criminals and the evil monsters who call themselves parents, step-parents, it's making them feel more brazen as law enforcement continues to not be able to solve these things. So hopefully we don't see an epidemic where this starts happening. I'm cautious. I'm scared it may end up being an epidemic where people, you know, start doing this, and you know, no body, no evidence. And then if you can't get these people to talk because, you know, they invoke their Fifth Amendment, you know, good luck there. I mean, what do you do? What do you do, guys? It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Anyway, there's my rant for today. There's my rant video for today. Sebastian Rogers, Summer Wells, it goes on and on. You know, are we going to see are we going to start seeing an epidemic where kids go missing, and even the top tier law enforcement in the country can't even solve these cases? Is that what we're in store for, guys? I don't know. So that's pretty much what I got for you. Let me know everything. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. It's looking pretty bad, guys. Looking pretty bad. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. And y'all get out there and enjoy this pretty day, man. It's like 60 here. So I'll catch you guys on the next video. Y'all take care.